The Anacostia story, 1608 to 1930. This should be a good book right here. I saw it online, but I decided to order the book because this is a nice keeper. I think all educators should teach their children about stories where they live at and where they're from. Anacostia is in Washington, D.C. Captain John Smith first arrived in Washington, D.C. area, 1608, North Carolina, Virginia. Ran into Pocahontas' father down there in Virginia. And Pocahontas' father, Chief Powhatan, was getting ready to kill him. Captain John Smith got into it with the Indians. The Indians over here in Anacostia, D.C. The Nacotchtank Anacostia, they were called. I'm going to get into it real quick. Just a little something. You know, these teachers, man, they got to teach their kids the history. There's a lot of history. You know, it's a lot of history in D.C. But, you know, these kids need to learn, children and even adults, that who they are and that they are owners to this land. Not just Anacostia, but America. The Anacostia story is a good read. Glad I did my research and kind of discovered it. And stuff. When you open it up, it's a big map. It's a map in here. Teach these children their history. The history is about their grandparents' land. For all those who grew up in Anacostia, whose grandparents were here all the way to the 1700s. There's another map. Sorry about the flat. They are indigenous to this land over here in Anacostia. It says a lot of history. Let's keep turning the pages. Okay. To J. Harry Shannon, who is originator of the Rambler column in the Sunday Washington Star, and grandson of Anacostia landholder George Washington Talbot, did so much through his published writings to preserve America's history. This book was written by Miss Hutchinson. Let me try to find her. Miss Louise Daniel Hutchinson, sister. Okay, from the Smithsonian. As you can see, most of the history books here in America, or history books period, always start out first chapters, pretty much start out with the quote-unquote Indians, who are our ancestors and elders, Indians, explorers, and settlers. Wow. Founding the capital, early national era, pre-war years, the Civil War period, that's dope. Aftermath of war, the emerging community, Anacostia, meet the new century epilogue. Alright. Let's turn that page. Going forward. Alright. Let's see. Alex Haley's name in here. Preface. Got the preface. Okay. Okay. Acknowledgements. I had to underline that. Among the more recent studies of the Washington community, we are especially indebted to Letitia Woods Brown for a significant contribution, Free Negroes in the District, 1791 to 1846. We are also indebted to Louise Joyner Hayenton, whose volume Prince George's Heritage gave us an appreciation of the founding and early history of the country of which Anacostia was originally a part. All right. Let's turn the page again. Introduction. When the first Europeans visited the region, there was a village of Nacotchtank Indians, who were named Nacotchtanks by Henry Fleet, later called Anacostines by Father Andrew White, who had accompanied Lord Baltimore. Interesting. They're still here. Chronology. Captain John Smith explores the navigable waters of the Potomac region and meets the Nacotchtank Indians, later named Anacostians, the tribe for whom Anacostia is named. Now, they should be teaching these kids their history. This is about their grandparents and grandparents' land. It's about their history and their grandparents' land. They are America. We are America, not Africans, as we were lied to. It's a map drawn by 1612. Map drawn by Smith charts the waters of Chesapeake Bay, Potomac River, and Eastern Branch, later Anacostia River. 1624. Captain John Smith's The General History of Virginia, including the region later to become colonial Maryland, tells of his encounter with the Nacotchtank Indians. They still here too, right over here in Anacostia, right over there in Anacostia. I met one named Kevin. He told me he was Nacotchtank. I had no clue. English trader Henry Fleets visits the site of what is now Anacostia, named the Indians Nacostines. Dr. John Meeks, an English surgeon, is awarded the Chester Tract by Lord Baltimore for escorting 6 colonists to the new colony of Maryland, so on and so forth. Very interesting. Y'all wait till I get to page 3. City of Washington from Beyond the Navy Yard, about 1833 by George Cook. All that water. I know where the Navy Yard is at. Don't look nothing like that now. There go your boy. The Washington Family by Edward Savage. The first family studies map of the federal city, which includes the Eastern Branch. That's the map we're looking at. And of course, this story again. Oh, it's not in. Oh wow, this is dope. This is an Indian village similar to that of the Nacotchtanks, drawn by John White, commissioner of the Roanoke Colony. Our ancestors, the Aborigines, the American Aborigines, they were called before Columbus arrived, lived in long houses, not tents. They lived in long houses. A lot of families in one lot. Look at those. This is what John White was an artist. He accompanied Captain John Smith in 1608. He drew just about everything he saw and described in Virginia, North Carolina, D.C., and Maryland. It's part of the 13 colonies. Those are quote unquote black people, Indians, indigenous Americans, Aborigines. I don't like saying the term black because it has no standing in law, and this is a name they gave us through paper genocide to wipe us off our land. And ask me more. But there's the villages of how they lived, how we lived, our ancestors lived upon European arrival. Wow. That's drawing is from 1585, 1586. Here we go, page 3. I ain't even started reading it yet, but I just want to let y'all know that's where it started. Indian explorers and settlers. Whew. I'll see y'all in a few. Peace.